the land of Harambee. Tunainuka pamoja.
Tanzania is ready, nguvu ni moja.
Pearl of Africa, welcome everyone.
Definitely, you can feel the spirit of football is coming to East Africa. We're just counting down hours before kickoff. That will mean that CHAN has officially begun. Welcome to the show. My name is Robinson Okenye. For the next 1 hour, we'll be taking a look at what to expect in CHAN 2024 being played in 2025. Remember, 3 hosting countries, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. The tournament was delayed for almost 8 months, but now we have it and we have to embrace it. We're going to talk about what to expect in the opening match of the tournament, that is Tanzania versus Burkina Faso. But aside from that, we have to look at how and what to expect from our very own Harambee Stars. Their opening match on Sunday against DR Congo. Yes. Those are 2 fixtures that we are going to talk about, and I'm not alone in studio. Cedric Musumba is here. Good evening. How are you doing, Cedric?
Very much okay.
You're very much okay. Daniel Kariuki, CHAN is here. Are you excited?
Very.
Very excited.
Yes.
Hassan, it's all about the spirit of pamoja.
Kabisa.
Tuko pamoja.
Tuko pamoja.
CHAN 2024.
I'm excited and optimistic.
Excited, optimistic. But there are people who are pessimistic about it.
The likes of
Sedo? He's not even happy about it.
Oh, that's the reason he was slow to answer the question.
Yes, he's not even happy about it.
Oh. He's not even sure whether Kenya is co-hosting the championship itself.
Sedo, wait until Sunday. Kasarani,
oh, yes.
Kenya versus DRC. We will be there. We'll be watching that game.
No matter what.
No matter what. It's the first time we are hosting such a tournament. The magnitude is big.
Who am I speaking to when you say...
Where is your friend?
Htemi.
Yes.
Htemi has gone to find...
Where is Rogers? Where's Rogers? I can't find Rogers. Where's Rogers?
He's also worried.
Oh, he's also worried and pessimistic. Please, take a seat. Take a seat. Take a seat.
What are you trying to tell me?
Take a seat. Take a seat.
The host is saying something.
Take a seat.
The host.
Oh, Kitty P iko juu. Kama levels are CHAN.
Absolutely. The fever pitch now rises.
CHAN is here.
Absolutely.
Are you excited?
Yeah, it is a moment that every East African resident will be happy to be part of, because we never knew that actually it will come to pass. But finally, after postponement, finally you managed to reach the fever pitch. So it's all upon now the 11 men on both sides to showcase what they have and make a historic moment for the region.
Yes, Hassan, this is something that we've waited for a very long time. But now you see, as fans, we want to enjoy the atmosphere. But they've come out with some prohibitions, some rules that, you know, if you go, if you're going to the stadium, on Sunday rather, make sure that you follow these rules and regulations. Let's quickly take a look at those rules and regulations. Kariuki, no fireworks or pyrotechnics. Laser pointers, 0. Sharp objects, Kariuki. Sharp objects of any kind or glass, out. Weapons, out. Hassan, what do you make of this? I know you don't carry any of these, so you may be okay with this.
Maybe I carry one. Anyway, protect myself.
Yes.
I think what CAF was trying to do, they've read the mood in the country. I mean, it's known. It's a known fact that for a while, Kenya has been demonstrating. You know, there've been protests here and there, and so since CAF own this championship, they want this championship. They want guys to talk about this championship. They don't want distractions. So I feel like some of these items that have been restricted, I support them. Because, I mean, do we need fireworks? We don't need fireworks. Do we need laser pointers? We don't need... So I think I support CAF.
Okay. Kariuki, Mkangai says he's tuned in. Say hey to the boys. He's... You've been exiled for too long, but now you look happy, and good to have you on the show. Now, let's move on to other prohibited items, and I don't know if this is where Kariuki fall. Yeah, cigarettes prohibited, alcoholic beverages and narcotics of any kind prohibited, articles with inappropriate messages usipatikane nayo, and large or bulky items exceeding 40 centimeter by 30 centimeter.
These ones, hauna shida nazo. Kama uko na shida nazo.
What do you make of this?
The
yeah, but tunasonga faster.
You see the cigarettes, I agree. Alcohol beverages, some...
You want to drink in a stadium.
There are
kids there.
Supporting.
And, you know,
But articles with inappropriate message, I also support it. But what the question is, inappropriate messages ni gani?
yeah.
And then large or bulky items exceeding 40 centimeters, that is, hiyo sijui nani anakuja nayo. But the third one, I think they would have clarified what they mean. And then the second one, to some extent, you look at the VIP section, and the VIP section, it shows like there is some kind of expectation watu watakuwa na kadrinki kidogo. I don't know. I'm saying in the VIP section.
Beverages, including sodas, juice, and everything.
No, alcoholic.
Alcoholic.
Yes, alcoholic beverages. Alcoholic beverages. No, soda you can drink. But there are people, you know, soda wana coke inakuwa discolored kidogo. But still, on items that have been prohibited, let's move on. Cedric, they are saying that you cannot even have a toilet paper or confetti. Whistles, trumpets, horns, large umbrellas, helmets, bulky items, prams, balls of any kind, including footballs.
Not unless if my first speakers who have been dropped from heaven just the other day. But some of us who have been following this soccer, including even them, who will agree with some of the items that are being banned for us here. There are things that actually defines the atmosphere. We are just from looking one of the world biggest extravaganza, which included the Club World Cup.
Yes.
We have also seen UEFA. And at some point, the fireworks, which they have spoken about, are actually used to amplify the atmosphere in those particular stadiums. And they have been doing wonders.
Not fans carrying fireworks.
But they are literally fans
okay,
who actually...
we saw fans carrying, having flares
exactly.
being lit. Yes.
And if it comes to like whistle and the trumpets, when Africa hosted the first World Cup ever in South Africa, what actually defined that in an environment and atmosphere? What the vuvuzela? You know,
by the way, is
there are
vuvuzela.
certain elements...
my vuvuzela. Then it's so touchy. I think it's... what is it? I'll get it after... before the break.
Yes, Cedric.
So, as to say, actually there are some elements that are limiting Kenyans to really experience the atmosphere that I've been waiting for. And you see, in East Africa, we are so known to be so vibrant and reverberated at some extent if it comes such kinds of events. So as if they are being limited, they will feel like they have been actually, their space has been squeezed more, not much enough even to enjoy the game itself. Remember, they won't be going to the pitch to enjoy the game as it is. There are some fans that actually culminates with whatever the event that will be happening. And that includes the trumpet, coming up with the creative manner of events, singing and doing all. Even my favorite Shikuti has been banned in this particular stadium. Okay, how do they now want this extravaganza to take place?
Yes.
Actually, Robbie and Sedo, I had issues with the first page.
Yes.
I do not have issues with the whistles, trumpets, and horns, toilet paper. I mean, once in a while you want to, you know. I had issues with fireworks, laser pointers, sharp objects, weapons. I had issues with that first page. But the current page, you know, talking about the vuvuzelas, I do not have issues with the vuvuzela at all. I do not have an issue with toilet papers, umbrellas.
They're saying that you should not carry toilet paper.
It's just unfortunate. You know, I think CAF have blown everything out of proportion because, you know, football is about excitement. And I concur with what Cedric has said, that indeed it's not all about what's happening on the pitch. Whatever happens around the pitch is also exciting the tournament. And, you know, we want to make CHAN one of the most exciting and memorable events. But limiting fans to come out with the like of Vuvuzela, drums, you know, those try to limit things that maybe, you know, your team has lost, but at least you had fun in the stands, you know. But now them trying to limit even the toilet paper, you know, sometimes maybe you can go to these stadiums and you find maybe they are not having these tissues. So it is a matter of them. Will they try to ensure that those toilets have enough tissue so that the fans and those who are attending the matches are able to be well catered for in all manners? And, you know, it's just a test. They want to see. Indeed, you know, right now, the mood across East Africa, there's a lot of things happening. But at the end of the day, you know, it's also in history that 3 nations for the first time are hosting this tournament since it was launched in 2009. But for CAF to come up with such restriction, I know it's going to be so difficult because even the TV themselves, the broadcasting partners will be so eager to bring that excitement from the fans. When things are not going on well on the pitch, at least the fan can make it colorful. But them trying to make it like that. So how will the fan celebrate? How will the fan express themselves? You know, it's a really
Cheering is the only thing.
It's catch-22 situation.
Yes, let's move on to the other items that have been prohibited by the local organizing committee and CAF. You have any sort of animals, karaoke, inaitwa? You call it ngite.
Why should you go with any animal?
Asad has a message for you.
When he has one.
Don't take your leopard to Kasarani.
Flags or banners larger than 1 meter by 2 meters. Flag poles larger than 1 meter. Cedric, they don't want us to wear the flags.
I remember at some point in this same nation when we were hosting some Africa Cup of Nations qualifier, and even including World Cup, that was in years, some years, 30 years, I think, 25 years and above, back 1998. We used actually to celebrate our patriotism by carrying flags to stadia. That was when Reinhard Fabisch was here. And I think at some extent, some of these people who have actually had the privilege of coming to Kenya and trying to bring our soccer levels to certain different stature, when they happen to come back, they can actually get mesmerized to an extent of which currently, is it that Kenya is progressing or it has retrogressed? Because flags are one of symbols of patriotism. How do you celebrate your team if you don't carry a flag? They want us to go with a scarf.
You can carry a flag as long as, you know, it's not like
probably, and I will still marry, I will still mirror this to what we have been, you know, we are students of what happens and we borrow from the good manners and we try to implement. We are, even the EPL that is being celebrated in sub-Saharan Africa at larger number, we see these clubs with their very big fun, with their big flag waving in that particular stadium. It brings some kind of joy. So as to say, I literally doesn't think that this is CAF speaking to us. Neither do I think it's FIFA, because CAF borrows rules from FIFA. I think there's somebody who has maybe infiltrated CAF here in Kenya and tried to actually step on our rights and stop us from celebrating.
It's a catch-22 situation.
It is not actually Kenya alone. I think it's across the region. All these rules will be applied in Tanzania, Uganda.
I spoke to some people in Uganda, and for them, not all these things are being applied. Some have been omitted. But now these are for Kenya.
That's a big question there.
Yes. So, karaoke, bottles, cans, thermos, baby thermos, and food. Okay, I don't know why they don't want to put curry.
Why they put that there.
Yes.
Because thermos, thermos will meant to have in a thermos. Not unless they are planning to.
And aside from that,
has thermos ever been a weapon?
yes,
Yes.
it could be a weapon.
How?
Say,
And
no,
again,
you throw a
thermos
thermos. Even a shoe is a weapon.
It's a weapon.
Hit you with the thermos.
And again, why come to the stadium with a thermos?
Maybe you're hungry and you want to watch your game.
Have you ever seen somebody carrying a thermos to the stadium?
Precisely.
Okay.
When?
Oh, the question is how it got there.
Yeah,
But
when was it?
Okay, maybe as Robbie said, some people would want to go with the thermos.
The reason I doubt
After the
if
culture in the country, there is somewhere thermos in Eza.
The reason I doubt if these principles are really coming from the FIFA and the CAF of this world, because there are people who understand soccer and what soccer does to us. Thermos, where the thermos comes in from. people who have actually in the realms of soccer for so long, bringing Intamos to the field.
So aside from that, we have professional cameras with a detachable lens, video cameras or other recording equipment. But again,
Other recording equipment, what about
you can
my
record
phone?
with your phone.
Yeah, I can. But you know, the most painful thing in all this discussion is that Chan was a moment for Kenyans, Tanzanians, Ugandans to make a kill out of it. These small businessmen, women, it's a chance for them to sell whatever they have. But now coming up with this limitation, this restriction, how will these small businessmen and people try to at least get a piece of this big cake?
These things they're actually punitive.
We are not done. We are not done with the prohibited items. No, we are not. Let's take a look at the other prohibited items that we have. They include lighters and matches, masks, and hooligans. So, Hassan, how is hooligan? I thought hooligan is a character. Being a hooligan is a character.
Why will I be banned from just? I mean, we expect what 48,000 fans.
We have to see you.
I mean, what's wrong with having my mask on?
Okay, we have to see you. No. wait.
In fact,
I don't want to go to that story.
Uganda.
Over 40,000 fans. I mean, I have to protect myself, right?
Ugandans have been, I can see their president is still putting the mask. And
Exactly.
even people there are also putting mask.
But you're in Kenya.
I agree. Yes. When Museveni landed at JKIA, everyone who was welcoming him, including the government officials, they were having masks. So I don't know why they put it there.
Cedric, is hooligans, they are said masks hooligans. How do you define a hooligan?
A probably doesn't understand how the hooliganism is defined in this particular nation. It's actually coming down to us that even walking on the road, it will be presented as an essence of hooligan, or how you answer somebody. Like even as somebody has to erupt and start maybe not understanding each other on this particular platform, maybe it will be actually be presented as hooliganism. If wearing a mask, which was actually ushered into us by COVID, can be seen as hooliganism, I don't necessarily understand which country of nation are we living in today.
You're living in a country where somebody was shot for selling masks. We have gas sprays, flammable substances, and then articles of discriminatory, offensive, or politically motivated nature.
That these articles are discriminatory.
Good question. And
How people that are supposed to...
you know, these are an open-end kind of
A question, yes.
to an essence that it can actually give some room for your rights being infringed on using that particular point.
Go to court and get some reprieve.
Somebody will arrest you just basing on that. Ruby, you are dressed like this. Your kind of attire does not really represent or is discriminatory to other people.
It is offensive.
You know, I literally doesn't think this. FIFA has got a legal expert team. CAF has got a legal kinds of prescription essence that could actually be giving them leeway of how to write these things and present them to us. This couldn't have been passed, not unless there's somebody from the pedestrian kind of Kenyans reasoning who has just done these things and planted them to come.
Let me put you on the spot. Do you think this is because of the demonstrations that we've been having? Of course.
Definitely. And not only that, I also feel even that restriction has some is politically instigated also.
Okay,
because
has been a political instigator.
I agree, but politically motivated nature, discriminatory, offensive. Okay, where is that coming from? And we are talking about Chan. Everyone has been waiting for. Look at the game that we had here at Nyayo. Kenya versus Gabon. Everyone was waiting for that game. It was full to capacity.
Probably because of the chance that you had there, that's where we have this. We take a short break. When we come back, I will be reviewing Group A of Chan 2024. And that is where the national football team, Harambee Stars, lies. Welcome back. It's all about Chan 2024 happening in 2025. First part of the show, we are talking about the restrictions that have been put and the fans have been prohibited from, carrying some certain type of goods or using some certain type of things. And before we shift gears, I want us to go back to that conversation that we are having of items that have been, restricted in this Chan 2024 here in Kenya. And when we went on a break, the things that we are talking about, such as, Sedo, having a whistle. How does that, interfere with the game?
A whistle, I think a whistle
Okay,
is...
before you even answer, Kasarani is not Camp Nou, where you have 100,000 people not using whistles, but whistling.
Absolutely.
And you can't hear. But Kasarani is 40,000, and even if they whistle, but you still can hear that whistle of the referee.
And it's not that it will be happening for the first time. It's something that has been experimented, and it has never actually interfered with whatever is happening at the pitch. We have gone there with whistle. We have carried all these things that we are being banned right now not to carry. But the game has always been ended up being covered and going on in a rightful manner. I don't necessarily think that by so doing will be either adding any value to this particular tournament here in Kenya, and more so that we are doing it for the first time after trying on several occasions with so many failures. In 1996, you remember, 2018 we were supposed to not rematerialize. When it's coming to us after we have opened up and we are ready for it, we are now being restricted. It's like we are being enslaved in our own country. So as to think, if we are limited like this, and I'm just representing a fraction of, maybe it might grow to several fronts, it might grow to an apathy. People might end up thinking that now, wait, is there no any other chance of I going to the field where I'm restricted? What if I organize with karaoke and watch it from my screen in my living room?
Yes, of course.
And they will end up not getting these funds in the stadium. So they need to think very fast and redefine themselves. Even if you were to bring rules that are reasonable to us, but not the kinds of rules that we are seeing here.
Yes, but again, of course, karaoke, wamesema hata tarumbeta huwezi peleka, masaa ya mbinguni haijafika.
Hiyo ni kusema hata kuharibu biashara. Cousins wataumia sana. Because when we are having such tournaments, is when you get even some people, they go to the stadiums and sell some items which are required by the fans, I would say that, like the whistles, the trumpets. And that's the beauty about this kind of tournament, boosting businesses also. And now imagine that umefunga hiyo maneno, ule mwenye alikuwa anapiga biashara kwamba in August, umeleta yako.
Beleta tarumbeta. Tunaenda binguni.
Binguni sahi. Atuendi binguni sahi. Jamaa turumbeta. Wambia pinga. Utafanya it might be banned. Now, that will also affect. I feel like these restrictions will also make this tournament isikuwe ya kuvutia sana. And the expectations and ambitions that Kenyans were having, they feel like this thing hata ingekuja basi.
Rogers Ishtemi, you've covered AFCON, you've covered Chan. Was it Chan? Back in 2017?
WAFCON.
Oh, WAFCON. You've covered WAFCON. Hassan Juma, you've covered World Cup. You were in Brazil.
And I came with this.
Yes. I've also covered lots of games outside the country. And we've never seen such.
It is just...
I mean, you see, when you go to a stadium, there's something that we call atmosphere. Right.
Some ambience.
Some ambience. And personally, I think it's been killed.
It's like it's like on Sunday we'll be going to some church service, the action will just be at the center. It's like the pastor is just using your eyes. There's a way we are defined as Africans, the way we carry us, the way we celebrate.
Oh, those drums from Kinasedo.
Those drums from Kinasedo's place, the vuvuzelas, So without those things.
Because of you did, right?
Yes, even
you are enjoying.
Yeah, because there are people who are trying to, or rather they are entertaining those who are watching the game. And also the young men are having motivation from the Scooty and all the other...
Even at the moment when you are losing the game, you don't feel like you are losing.
Yeah, just motivate yourself, you know.
So
It's a way of motivation.
It means that the only form of support you guys will be doing in the stadium will be only the Mexican wave.
But-
Hey, yes?
You know what Robbie?
Yes.
I feel whoever came up with these rules, at least will just try to convince us by citing some articles either in FIFA or CAF, their constitutional
Chan-
rule
yeah,
or
Chan-
regulations.
yeah,
You know,
regulations, yeah.
by doing so, at least fans and football lovers will have said, yeah, we at least align ourselves to these rules because they've been used in a particular tournament or a particular league. But you know, we are here like now the guinea pigs. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania are guinea pigs. They are coming in to try it here. And you know, it's not that way good. Bear in mind, we have been waiting for this tournament for years, months, and now the excitement had boiled up to the fever pitch, and suddenly, boom, you come up with this restriction. How will the excitement come from the stadium up to the streets and even to our homes when you restrict people to start celebrating whatever is happening on the pitch? So it's a very big question for the organizers and the regulators.
Remember, you can also call in and be part of this conversation. Tell us what you think about these restrictions that have been put on, fans going to enjoy the game at Kasarani.
I've just been put on Kenyan fans.
Make sure to call the number at the bottom of the screen. Call the number at the bottom of the screen so that at least we can get to hear what you have to say about these restrictions before Sunday. Now, unaweza puliza hiyo vuvuzela? It's not possible.
Siwezi puliza kwa sababu sasa nimekaziwa kupuliza on Sunday.
Wacha. Hapa tunakupea nafasi. Nyasi, unaona nyasi bado is still fresh. Kama ile ya Kasarani.
Ya Kasarani wa?
It's still fresh. So, I want us to shift gears. Let's take a look at what is happening in Group A. Let's take a look at Group A. This group has 5 teams, which include Kenya, you have Morocco, Angola, DR Congo, and Zambia. These are the 5 teams that are in Group A. Let's take a look at Kenya and its history in CHAN. Now, when you take a look at Kenya, of course, the nickname is Harambee Stars. The number of appearances, this will be the first time we are appearing at CHAN. And the reason we are appearing is because we are the hosts. Titles, 0. FIFA ranking, 109. Head coach, Benny McCarthy. That is Kenya. Let's go to DR Congo. The opponents we are facing on Sunday, they are the Leopards. Hao ndio wale wanapiga ile inaitwa fimbu na fimbu. Now, the number of appearances, 7. This is a record, of course. Number of appearances, 7. They have won 2 titles, 2009 and 2016, and they're ranked 61st, or rather 61, in the world. Now, that is DR Congo. Let's go to Morocco. Remember, Morocco is the best ranked team in, the best ranked African team in the world. They're ranked 12th. Head coach is Tariq Sektou, and then they have 2 CHAN titles. They finished, they won in 2018, 2020. They have, of course, they have appeared 4 times, and the nickname is the Atlas Lions. Let's go to Angola, also in this group, and you have Angola, who are the Sable Antelopes. This will be their 4th appearance, rather the 5th appearance, and then their last appearance was in 2022. They are yet to win, and they're ranked 85th in the world. We go to Zambia. Yes, Zambia is also in this group, that is Group A. The Chipolo Polo, they have appeared 4 times. This will be the 5th. Their last appearance came in Cameroon 2020. The best finish was 3rd in 2009 when the tournament was launched, and they are ranked 83rd in the world. Now, gentlemen, before we talk about Kenya versus DR Congo on Sunday, let's talk about Group A. Cedric, it's the group of death.
It is, and I think that fire that would literally make that group that much so hot is what defines Kenya to be there. And hoping that Kenya will not be burned to ash by this particular group. And reason why I'm saying this simply because all these teams that actually are coming into this group, they're coming in with history. Talking of the likes of Morocco, 2 times winners. DR, the same, 2 times winners. Talk of Zambia, they are semi-finalists at some point.
Yes.
Talk of Angola, they are known of actually hosting the so-called COG of this particular tournament. And we have seen all these teams that are coming actually to face Kenya having catapulted their player from this CHAN to the world-class platform.
Yes.
Likes of Mobolulu, if you mention, like of Angola, the Chipolopolo.
We saw what he did at the World Cup.
The late Sankala and what have you. They're actually been culminating from this. Also, if you come back to their local league, that's where now the oiling of everything comes in from. How does their club been performing? Who came in here? That's where the confidence comes in. US Bekane of Morocco has actually been contending for the continental trophy.
Yes.
You go for Zambia, have the likes of Sesco, they have at some point semi-finalists at the continental.
Yes.
With the Power Dynamos at Zambia. Those are the clubs that are really feeding in the player that we are coming to face. Now, you draw back to Kenya, not only mentioning about the TP Mazembe, of course, you know what it has done.
Congo,
yeah, and they are at a World Club champion, at a finalist. So coming back to Kenya, which these clubs that are giving us players to compete with this team? Talk of FC Leopard, only one player. That is Lewis Badi. Whom and actually, I'm not quite sure if he played. Those are now the big by name, but not the competition locally. Because FC Leopard is not a rank within the top 5. Come about the Gor Mahia has been challenging for the trophy, has never been in the continental for the past like 3-4 seasons. Is not competitive continentally.
Yes.
So the Kenyan team that are feeding us players to compete with this team is what my worry is coming in from. Are we ready to compete with these clubs? Are we these teams?
Yes.
Are we ready to command all the departments, starting from the defense, midfields, and the now goal-finding aspect of the offensive line, to put goals past Morocco, put goals past DRC, put goals past Shamba? That's a big question that I still have, and that's why I don't have my mind into our national team.
Sedo, you seem to be very pessimistic about Kenya's chances. Let's listen in to a man who's optimistic. Eshtemi. Eshtemi, you're optimistic. No, let's go back to Kenya. You know, that fact sheet about Kenya. And Eshtemi, I believe that you've been following this team that has been in camp since July 10th. There have been lots of changes in the squad, but the coach said he has lots of faith in his team.
I like McCarthy's attitude because, he's just trying to put in a brave face. He knows exactly this is not the best team we'll have to have for this particular tournament, bearing in mind that he has made a lot of changes on the squad, player coming in, player going, injuries are there, and then, I'm pretty sure even right now, he wasn't sure who is going to be in his first 11 because he hasn't had enough high-profile friendly matches. And based on the group he has, I think it is a tall order for him. But most of the fans will be banking on his experience because, this McCarthy as a player, he achieved a lot. And also during his earlier coaching career, he did a lot with Cape Town. And now also at Manchester United, he had at least some experience working there. So it's all about the pedigree he has that most of the Kenyan fans will be riding on. And remember, most of the players in the Harambee Stars squads will be making their debut in this event and also in the national team. And it will not be a walk in the park, bearing in mind that indeed the likes of Zambia, the likes of Congo, the likes of Morocco and Angola have at least won a title. Look at Angola. They recently won the COSAFA title. And then for Zambia, they at least have a title in the 2012 AFCON. And then Morocco, they have won this tournament twice, same to DRC Congo. So for the players, if I was McCarthy, I'll just tell them, boys, go out and enjoy it. Let not there be having pressure because there's also a chance to market yourself. We don't have the pedigree, but based on the first game, maybe we can turn the tables. And once it turns the tables, then we'll have a very good momentum. So it's upon the players to go into the first game, let them take advantage of the underdog tag, and try at least, once they win that game, they'll have the full support of the Kenyan fans. But if things go south, definitely that will be the end of their tournament.
And of course, phone lines are open. You can talk to us. Hello? Hello? Kevin?
Yes.
Vipi bwana?
Asante sana, habari ya jioni.
Shukuru sana, mzima?
Ni mzima kabisa.
Wazungumziaje kuhusiana na kundi ambapo Kenya wapo, timu ya taifa Harambee Stars, kundi la A? Wazungumziaje mambo ambayo mashabiki wameambiwa wasiingie nayo katika uga wa Moi Sports Center Kasarani siku ya Jumapili?
Thank you very much my brothers. Good evening. Wacha niwasalimie studio pale KTN. Tuna watch kabisa kuwa nyumbani. Na piga simu kutoka Thika. Mimi ni mwanasiasa na mimi ni mpenda football. I played football na KCC, nimepiga mpira siku mingi sana. But I'm so disturbed. I am so disturbed nikiangalia zile challenges tumepewa hapa. Usiende na tissues, use kuja na nini. Bwana, mpira ya football ni tamu kama kuna vuvuzela. I want to see those drums. I don't know what is wrong with CAF banning Kenya to have all that. Football is about entertainment. And we don't go there to patriotic, to be behind our team. Shida ni nini kubeba bendera? We have seen people in Europe. Mtu anajifunika mpaka anajipaka rangi. You cannot deny Kenyans that entertainment. I am not very happy about what CAF has put for us. And I want to agree with one of the brothers hapa amesema ya kwamba this is politically instigated. I'm talking this from a political perspective. Watupatie raha ya football, waache mambo ya siasa. We love this country, this is home. Na watuachie football. Some of us live and love football so much. Asanteni sana. I wish there is somewhere we could petition. Hakuna haja kukataza watu kwenda kwa stadium because I want to go and watch the game tomorrow on Sunday. Kuna hiyo ingine iko tarehe 7 ya Angola jioni. There is no fun. Why should I go there if there is no fun? The other thing is, mimi nimeoa Tanzania. Now I'm a very serious fan of Simba. When Simba and Yanga are playing, sisi watu wa Mzimbazi kutoka Kariakoo tunaingia pale na kila kitu. Dar es Salaam comes to a standstill when they are playing. That is the fun. We need to demonstrate that patriotism.
Asante Kevo, asante sana Kevin Nyamai kutoka Thika. Hello. Kuna simu nyingine? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
John kutoka Kapsabet.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, how are you?
How are you?
We're good. You're live, man. What do you make of this restricted items on Sunday?
I'm so much disturbed and perturbed because the vuvuzelas, the firentis, those are the fans that brings joy to the spectators. And if we are banned from coming with them, then it might be a recipe for chaos outside the stadium.
Robbie,
yes, thank you very much of John from Kapsabet.
Disturbed and perturbed. Very serious.
And it's a facade.
Of course.
We continue. Karaoke, Kenya is ranked 109 in the world.
Yes.
But on Sunday, we played DR Congo. What are you expecting from, our Congolese brothers?
I would agree.
And by the way, they were not happy that the tickets were sold out and they did not get tickets.
Also another concern. Now, Kenya, I would agree with Sedum. We are in a group that is very strong, that has very strong teams. And it is the first time it is appearing because it is hosting. And then you're having Congo, some people will say Dr. Congo.
Highly ranked.
Highly ranked, and it is the 7th time that they are appearing in this tournament. And they have actually won it.
They're not appearing for the 7th time.
This is the 8th. Sorry.
Yes.
And they're title winners.
And
two titles.
Two titles. That shows you that if Kenya is not prepared well, and if McCarthy has not been keen with what Congo has been doing, we will be having a very rough time with the first game. And remember, it being the first game that opens the Group A, and again, the focus being in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. And don't forget, Uganda and Tanzania have been doing very well in this tournament. Kenya will need to show up on Sunday. McCarthy will need to put in a team that will play to show that they want to get to at least the quarters as they prepare for AFCON. In fact, from where I sit, I am not even pushing for them to win the tournament, but at least wasonge kidogo, wafike hata quarters, at least for preparation for AFCON. And remember, whatever happens in this group will also be key in the preparation for AFCON 2027. So McCarthy will need to be very keen with the team because, again, the same players, they are tighter. They are young players. Looking at that team, they are young players. I think the oldest player around 29, 28, 29.
On paper.
Me, I'm saying what I know.
Let's not dwell so much on age, because
Cedric has spoken, you know, he talked about Angola and how they're coming up with players that, you know, they make a name for themselves in these not so big tournaments. And then when the big tournaments come out, you know, they blow out. Probably in this Kenyan side, you know, let's go back to Kenya. In the Kenyan side being led by McCarthy, who probably do you think is going to carry Kenya in this tournament?
I think the weight will be on the late call-up. That is Masood Juma. The experience he brings into the team. Remember, Kenya have been struggling to score goals most of the time, and it has been a really problem. And even we have been wondering, after the exit of Michael Olunga, who is going to maybe wear his shoes from there. But right now, it's all about goals. You score goals, you go deep into the tournament. And one man who has been clubless before the tournament starts, that is Masood. I think, based even on how McCarthy was speaking about him, he has a lot of confidence on Masood. But now, the younger players, that maybe Alpha Onyango, is also a little-known player, the Gor Mahia midfielder, but is one of the players I believe is going to pull strings in that Harambee Stars midfield. And if he clicks together with his clubmate, that is Austin or Dhiambo, then definitely Kenya will have some entertainment in that midfield. But the biggest question definitely is on the defensive side, whereby we are not that way always strong. We keep on conceding goals deep into the game. We live different games altogether.
Before we continue, Hassan wants to speak to someone.
Hello, George. George nafikiri amekata.
George, labda atatujoin baadaye. Sedo, the exit of
Bajaber.
Yes, Hassan likes calling him Bajaber.
Bajaber.
Not being in the tournament, he wasn't of course to join Simba.
I think Harambee Star back then since 90s has got a tendency of not really nurturing in succession offensive players. We have seen it with the Dennis Oliech when actually he exited. We had some kind of a dry spell. Olunga came. Olunga has actually enjoyed all along. Now Olunga is going. We're actually looking around and looking. There's no one actually coming in to fill in his shoes. I think Bajaber was really trying to come up and showing some kind of a glimpse, kind of a player who can really come up and show. And mark you, he was not rightfully playing as the typical number 9, the classic number 9. You could see him actually drifting like a midfielder, which means still the number 9 aspect of him was not there, but maybe with the time would have assumed that position if at all that was the position he was going to earn.
Sedo,
so
let me cut you short. Who's winning on Sunday? Kenya, DR Congo?
DR Congo will beat Kenya.
Huh? So you know, I thought I didn't.
So just say DR Congo will beat Kenya.
Thank you.
Tell me, who's winning?
Harambee Stars will beat Congo. At least let me give Kenyans up.
Kariuki, who's winning? Congo. Hassan?
Harambee Stars 2, DRC 1.
And remember, the opening match will see Tanzania take on Burkina Faso. Who's winning, Shtemi? The opening match, Tanzania versus Burkina Faso.
Tanzania has never won a match in the CHAN. This is their third appearance.
Who's winning?
I'm coming there.
So we are wrapping up.
It is an East African affair, so I'll give it to the Taifa Stars.
Taifa Stars. Cedric, who's winning? Taifa Stars or Burkina Faso?
Burkina Faso.
Kariuki, who's winning?
On that, I'll have Tanzania, I think.
We'll be back here on Monday.
Who's winning? Tanzania. I hear you. I want to speak to George before we wrap up.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Habari yako bwana?
Hello, mzuri sana.
Masema vuvuzela?
Sorry?
You're live on KTN. Talk to us.
George Augusto from Malaba.
Tuambie bwana, mnasemaje kuhusiana na Jumapili? Harambee Stars against DRC?
Jumapili tuko nyuma ya Harambee Stars against tuko nyuma Harambee Stars. Yeah, so mimi natakia Harambee Stars kila laheri. Hiyo siku Kenya ipate ushindi ya kwanza.
Na vitu ambavyo vimepigwa marufuku kuingia navyo uwanjani, vuvuzela, jezi, unazungumziaje mambo hayo?
Mimi nakubali, okay, hata wakifika marufuku hizo vitu zote,
think kitu kimoja ambayo najua hawajazuia. Hello?
Tukusikia, endelea.
Kitu ambayo hawajazuia tu ni sisi mdomo wetu kuongea, sababu tutaongea tushangilia timu ya Kenya, tukitakia kila heri ipate ushindi.
Asante sana George Omuse all the way from Malava.
Well, of course, but he's just saying the truth.
Yes.
You can ban everything, you can prohibit everything, but at the end of the day, the mouth, we have to. Thank you very much, Roger Sishtevi. Social media?
Roger Sishtevi across all platforms.
Cedric Musumba, thank you very much. Social media?
Cedric BM, Cedric with a C, BM on Facebook, and then Cedric Musumba, Cedric with an S on all other platforms.
Facebook and Danny Karaoke 244 on X.
On X, at Hassan Juma, IG, the official Hassan Juma.
Yes, now remember, on Monday night, we premiere a new show, Chan 2024, The Analysis, from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Trust me, it's going to be fireworks. Make sure you tune in. We'll be giving you, this gentleman right here will be giving you all the best analysis that you can get in regards to all the matches that will be played in Chan 2024, being played in 2025. But that is where we wrap up for today. My name is Robinson Okenye. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.